Man, the headlines right now, how about the Southeast just coming in hot with major stories?
This one was crazy. Lanny, my husband, used to live and work in Montgomery, and some of his friends started calling him about this, and then we went online to watch the video. Did you see this brawl that broke out at Riverfront Park in Montgomery?
What?
It's right there on the Alabama River.
That was insane.
Yeah, apparently there were a bunch of boaters that were trying to, park their boat, their pontoon boat, where this huge river boat actually docks. And the employee was saying, no, you can't park your boat there. And these people just in full force started beating this guy up. I mean, it is a full-on brawl, all caught on tape, by the way.
And, of course, these days, everything is on tape.
Everything is on tape, and you can actually see them jumping on this poor employee. And I believe there are several arrests. I do not know what the motive is, except him saying, you can't park here because the riverboat.
The motive is drunk people in Alabama doing the wrong thing.
Put a boat and people on a boat, and obviously alcohol is involved. But you can check that clip out. Several people detained and charges are pending.
I didn't mean to be redundant with drunk people in Alabama. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry about that. Because I'm from Alabama.
If you haven't seen that video yet,
it's terrible. The guy was just trying to do his job.
Have you seen the memes that have come from it? They're hysterical. They're naming all the people involved, and they're like, it's ugly. It's like ugly Americana right in your face.
Yeah, it's super sad. And anyway, you have one too, right?
Oh, this one I wanted to bring up.
Yes.
The murder for hire in the Bahamas of this girl from Georgia, from Thomasville. And they have all kinds of connections to Atlanta. And I guarantee you, Keith Morrison at Dateline was pulled out of bed by his silver hair and told to get his ass down there immediately. This is going to be an incredibly crazy Dateline. So it's Robert Shiver, who's 38. And if anyone knows these people, I'd be curious if you know what were they like. And then his wife, Lindsay Shiver. So they have a house. They're very wealthy. His dad apparently is like worth $5 billion.
Wow.
And had some big food company. So the lifestyle of these people lead is pretty crazy. They have a house in Abacos in Bahamas. A place called Baker's Bay. I guess the family has a house there. So somehow, police were investigating a completely different crime, like some possible break-in. And so they got into some dude's phone, and what they end up finding out was this girl, Lindsay, had put a hit out on her husband.
That's what I saw.
Via that guy. So this dude, works at a bar, and they go down there, I guess, all the time. So she's having an affair, allegedly, with this guy, and all of a sudden, they are investigating him for something else, and they catch it.
And if you look at the photos, it looks like they were one big happy family with their kids.
Completely. And you can still go on her Facebook.
Yes. And her family is they are just in shock.
Well, if you rewind, he caught her apparently allegedly cheating 6 months ago and filed for divorce. And so that happy picture was about to be destroyed. This is like any classic Dateline, right?
It will happen.
Oh, it will be a Dateline. It'll be a 48 hours. It'll be everything. So this guy played football. He was the long snapper at Auburn. You know what a long snapper does, Fram?
Her husband or the guy she was allegedly having an affair with?
No, he fished for snapper. This other guy was a long snapper.
Okay.
The guy from the Bahamas just fishes for them. Do you know what a long snapper is on the football team?
No, I have zero idea.
If you had to guess, what would it be?
I don't know. Somebody that passes the ball.
They do, but they do it like they're hiking the ball, but they do it long. So when the guy's going to kick it, a punt or maybe even a field goal. So he did that at Auburn. And then he was apparently trying to get on with the Falcons and got cut, or was pulled in with the Falcons and got cut years ago and didn't, which, a lot of people get cut. And this whole thing, after these suspicions were laid out, they were still going back and forth. So she's hooking up with these guys down in the Bahamas, and then it all just backfired.
This is crazy. Where is she, by the way?
She's out on bail, shockingly, I believe. I think she's out on bail. So they hired a PI to follow her, and she was going to this bar. But then when these guys
there we go.
Confronted them, they're like, no. And then they finally got pictures of her with the guy everywhere. But Why do these people do it?
I can't even, especially now with social media, how you think you're going to get away with anything, quite frankly. Is she wearing an ankle bracelet?
Yeah.
Probably.
So they cut off, this is how good their life or her life was. They cut her out of this $2.5 million house in Thomasville. You know how much $2.5 million will buy you in Thomasville?
That's a mansion.
A freaking lot. So they cut her off from that, and they took away her private jet privileges.
Why didn't she just get a divorce?
Well, they were going to get a divorce, but why don't people just get a divorce if they're not happy in their marriage?
The murder for hire thing, come on.
I know. All their kids, boys, all under 12, they're all still living in that house in Thomasville with the dad.
So sad.
And their social medias don't reference each other, and they're like good-looking people. These are just normal, like, boy and girl next door.
Yeah, as I mentioned, I looked it up, and her family, they can't believe any of this. Can you imagine finding that out about your daughter?
And she's already admitted it. The messages were found on their devices. The one that when they were inspecting, like, the guy's phone, the text that she's calling you right now.
How many years for murder for hire? I'm looking that up. How many years?
A lot.
In prison for
the text
murder for hire
that they found that got them like, what the hell is this? Because they were investigating the guy for something else. All it said was, kill him. Yeah.
Wow. I'm looking it up now. Up to 10 years.
That's it?
Well, if there's any personal injury, 20. Death, more.
Or she said when they called her on that, when it was a hit, she said she was just venting.
No. Too much evidence.
And with so much money on the line, rumor was that Robert paid for her bail, which the husband. Why?
The mother of his children.
But what? This chick just tried to kill you.
I know.
Allegedly. Anyway, keep your eye on that. Man, that one is going to be one hell of a dateline. But they met while he was captain of the football team at Auburn. Eesh, scary stuff.
This is The Morning X. Get in touch. Hi at themorningx.com. Barnes and Leslie. The Morning X on 99X.